Welcome. um, I know. The angle, the lighting, blah, blah, blah. I know. Believe me, I know. I'm going live right now because I just felt like my spirit is calling me to, even though I don't want to. But my spirit, I'm not ready yet. It's not that I'm not going to. I just like to wait for really divine inspiration. But I also listen to my heart. And my heart is in between worlds. And so anyway, my heart was just like, go live, okay? Because there's like a, all praise to the Most High. My mind. All right, we have the Temperance energy. This is good energy, but we do have the Queen of Swords or some kind of confusion. Or maybe there is the possibility to walk back into an illusion that you've already walked away from. Okay, that could be like a hole, a pit. It could be a grave somebody has dug for you to forget your truth, to forget some sort of clarity, to close yourself off, or to give up on something or someone, honestly. Um, Something that you actually feel quite positively about. So you could be experiencing a lack of direction, or you could just feel out of control of a certain situation. So it's causing you to have self-discipline. Why? Because it's something that you do want, but it feels like you would have to be forceful in order to create it. So it makes you feel powerless. Okay, you feel like you're being opposed. But sometimes the opposition is to balance out your energy. Like, it makes you want to be forceful. It makes you want to push up against. But if you implement self-control, you get to cultivate these other qualities that likely you already have, but on this specific subject or this specific person, you just don't quite want to. You just find like when you go to get it, it's like going to get your gun, and whatever situation it is, okay, the situation calls for self-discipline. The situation calls for control. Okay, you go to get your gun and bow bow, whatever would have had you out of control, whatever would have had you like doing what you're not supposed to do, or what you feel like you're not supposed to do, what you don't want to do, whatever would have had you moving out of body, out of character like that, you have your gun so you can combat that by doing the opposite. Okay, but then this is like you usually can, but on this person where you would implement balance and patience, or calmness and moderation, self-control and cooperating, these are literally like opposites. Okay, so the time periods or the situations where you would actually implement these kind of qualities when it comes to this specific situation in person, while you can pull the gun, draw your guns all the time from different areas. What's up, Natalie from Pennsylvania? While you can pull up your gun and shoot it at other areas and cultivate those qualities, when it comes to this situation, it feels like you go to cultivate or use those qualities and you are drawing blanks. Okay. There are no bullets left. Now, for some of you, it's because this person has wore out their chances with you. This person has pushed you to the limit, put you to the test. Okay. You could have asked for it. You could have asked for it. Here's the Four of Cups. You could have asked for it. You may be rejecting the very situation that you asked for. So it's like, I feel as if this is like where you're getting what you asked for, but you're having a hard time being able to see it. Hi, Lily. Hi, Lily, love. I like your name. Yeah, so this could be something that you asked for, but it's hard for you to see it, and that's why you're still stuck in the cycle. You're like receiving or getting something that you're asking for. I, are you like a bit of a spoiled brat with the Four of Cups? That's what I'm getting. You could be a little bit of a spoiled brat. I feel like I'm gonna have to. Man, I feel like I'm about to eat. That's what it is. I wasn't eating my spiritual food. I was eating all those candy apples. And they did taste really good. And I made sure that I didn't eat any poisonous apples. I only ate the apples that were yummy and delicious. The pink ladies and the honey delicious or honey crisp. But did I really eat my spiritual food? No. This is a situation where you're not taking in information, that you're not really looking at something objectively and seeing how something is giving you guidance. You feel like you have a loss of direction, and you feel like it's as a result of this. You feel like there's something you want to plan, or your plan, it just, you can't see it. You can't see your plan. You can't see how it's unfolding for you. You can't see how life is molding or how things are happening. Because if you could, it would motivate you. You would have a lot more energy than you do, but you're too busy pouting or complaining or whining. I'm getting the, oh my God, it's the little violin. I am a child, y'all. I'm a child. If you don't like children, you won't like me, and you won't like my channel. That's the truth. I'm a fucking kid. And I'm proud to be. I've been looking for, I want, and if we have to take a trip to get there, we'll go. I want to take my son to a Toys R Us, not that little shelf in Macy's. I want to really take my child to a state that has a full Toys R Us store, where a kid can be a kid and go shopping on a shopping spree for kids only. All right, so there's something you've been looking for, and it's good for your kids, but it's good for you too. Okay? Do whatever you want to do. Something about freedom. There's something here about freedom. Do whatever you want to do. If you hinder yourself, if you hold yourself back from doing what you want to do, saying what you want to say, being the way you want to be, you're only going to continue to rack up regrets. That's what it ends with. It's just a bunch of times that we wish we would have done what we wanted to do in life, that we would have. You gotta use the moment you own it. You better never let it go. Like, you only get one shot, and it is your chance to blow, but it will come around again and again and again. It's just that every time, though, like, you're gonna hit it differently. Who you are in that moment is different. You're constantly absorbing from reality and becoming something different in each moment. You are evolving as a person. So when those opportunities show up for you, your power is always right there in that moment that you are truly feeling the fullness of you. What keeps you from expressing yourself or doing that thing or showing up is all of those other thought waves. Like, your intuition is activated, your third eye, something called out to you. It was a calling. Hey, This is probably going to be good for you. This is likely what you need to do. This is going to free up energy for you. This is going to shift your perspective. This is going to push you into love. This is going to open up your heart space. This is going to give you a burst of motivation. This is going to strike up a conversation. Like, literally, life is always, we always get these phone calls that are literally, it's the red phone in the corner of the room in the matrix. It's fucking ringing. All you have to do is pick up the phone. But before you can get there, there are all these agents. Agents could be thoughts, people, but there's all these other things. What up, though? Welcome in. Angel 101. I got a moderator in the building. Gang, gang. But, like, people, distractions come in, and suddenly you have to fight your way, or you can just be like, oh, I guess I can't get that phone, or I can barely hear it, or you know what, if I answer that phone, it probably is not even gonna be what I want. Like, somebody, you are giving up when all you have to do is fight and get to that phone. The phone is right there. Like, it's so easy. It's like right there. And pun intended, but no pun intended. Like, I did not try to say that, but to somebody, they need to hear that, and they're hearing it a whole nother way. They're hearing it. This is somebody who just needs to pick up their phone, make a phone call, send a fucking text message, right? And you don't want to say this. You don't want to just be like, you don't want to text this person or call this person or reach out to this person and be like, why don't you just contact me? Why don't we just have a conversation? With this like confusion type of energy with the Queen of Swords, right? You don't want to do that, because you may feel that this situation, this person, what your interaction lacks is the balance, the patience, the calmness. So this time around, you're trying to do it differently. But how's it working out for you? How's it working out for you? So sometimes you will feel called to do something, and it is your time to step out on the line. Now, I'm not saying that you have to. Okay, for some of you, maintaining this balance is about not doing what everything in you is calling you to do. So there is like, so you have these opposing forces. Someone wants you to do something. Someone wants you to do something so bad, or that phone call keeps ringing for you. And maybe it is a way to escape the matrix that you are currently living in. But you have to make sure that the matrix that you're in is one you want to be in, or not one you want. Like, you have to make sure it's not one you want to be in. That's what the key is. Okay, so here's a confusion. All right, let's break this veil. There is always going to be that phone call that can uplift you or take you out of a circumstance, a situation, okay, the matrix. But it depends on where you are. How do you feel currently? Do you enjoy the matrix that you're living? Do you enjoy your reality? If you enjoy your reality currently, then you probably want to ignore that phone call, because it's trying to take you out of a reality that you're actually enjoying. However, if something is off about your reality, like it does not quite feel as if this is what should be real, or it's not really happening the way you want it to, then when that call comes, it is to free you. Okay, that is your saving grace. That is your mind, your soul. That is spirit. You are connected. You're tapped in. You're tuned in. This is you receiving your own fucking downloads. Fuck a fucking tarot reader. Like, you are receiving your own downloads when you answer that call, when you fight through those negative patterns and you do whatever your heart is calling you to do. That is how you move. And if you do not allow all of those judgments, because they're like coming like fucking, it's like fucking, oh my god, like we're playing football. I hate football, but this is football, and it's the only way I can see it. And I can probably count on one hand how many times I have literally watched a football game, and it was only because I was one of the guys and I was really cute. And I think that's the one where they do the, is it like the, it's called something, I don't know, but I like tailgate. It's a whole lot that I like surrounding football, but the game in itself drives me insane. But what I'm seeing is these, yeah, because the booties, why are all these men in their butts so like glamorized? It's so weird to me. They just, I don't know, it's triggering. Because they like buff and a lot of them be cute, but it's like everybody's looking at their butts. I don't understand that. Okay, I got a lot of stuff that I have not said, but like I just be like, I love a good man's butt, you know what I'm saying? But really more like what it's too much attention on it. I'm a gentleman's sport, okay? I'm a basketball girl. But basketball, love Jones, and loving basketball is all significant here. But so the linebackers, these people, you know, they got the ball right and they're going for the touchdown. You know how they be coming, they be jumping, just it's ridiculous how they be doing. But this is what is happening in real life. You are literally being called to do something that you know is going to be good for you, but before you can get there, often people, you just all of a sudden they're texting, they're calling, they're coming in, they're swimming in, they're sliding in, they're snaking in, slithering in. Like there are all these fucking distractions to try to keep you from getting there. Yes, sir. That's okay, you didn't do nothing. Oh, you talking about this morning? That's all right. You know that's old news. Okay? Don't worry about that. But yeah, literally, like, you know, so my son, thank you, baby. He was just apologizing because he gave me a run for my money this morning. And he gave me a run for my money this morning, and it kind of like threw me off a little bit because it felt like everything was good and life was good. But he's like, "Wah!" And I'm like, what in the world? So I think that point that I just hit there, see, I answered the call to do a reading when I really did not want to, but the energy that it freed my son up to be like, okay, that's me. Like, it's like he just had that same realization that I'm having, which is that a lot of times things are just happening, they're bumping up against you because it is that distraction that you actually probably needed to push you to do what you may have not done because you were already distracted by other things. So some distractions come. It's like they'll keep coming. You can pay attention to the first one. But if you don't pay attention to the first one, collective, if you do not pay attention to the first distraction, my love, other distractions will come towards you until you do pay attention and do what it is that your heart is calling you to do. So it's resistance. The resistance is futile because you're not resisting someone else. You're not resisting what someone else wants you to do. You're not resisting the other person on the other side of that phone. You're not resisting this call to enlighten or open up or, you know, create your life. You're not resisting that. You're resisting yourself. You're resisting trusting yourself and believing that this divine inspiration that's coming from within you is actually for you and through you and from you. Okay. Ooh. All right. So something is going straight like a holy trinity, but you don't even see yourself. Bitches can't see me or nothing, but you're one of those bitches sometimes. And you could be a male or a female. I'm sorry, but you got to man up or you got to woman up. You literally are that holy trinity here. So you have to know that you're always getting what you're asking for. Somebody is a fucking brat because life is trying to serve you yet again what the fuck you asked for, and you're like, yeah, but I was looking for, yes, you're ooh, ah! Somebody need their ass whooped. Because you're literally getting the things that you're asking for. But you're looking at too many of the specifics of it. Is it happening here? Is it happening over there? Is it, you know, how is this for me? What are they saying? What are they thinking? How are they feeling? You need all of this other validation from outside people, which you're gonna get, but you're not gonna attract it unless you give it to yourself. You have to at least feel that you're worthy of giving yourself the confirmations that you're looking for from other people. Yeah, you're holding on to things and you're being stingy. What are you being stingy with? Let me see. Four of Pentacles. It's the King of Pentacles and it's the Ten of Wands. I don't know. Do you got a whole lot of money? Someone may like to call you stingy. Someone may like to call you stingy. So maybe there's something that you do want to do, but it burdens you because, you know what? It could be somebody just feeling entitled to something that you are, that you have. It's like someone feels entitled to it, okay, which actually has the adverse effect on you. You rather hold on to it even more or not do what the fuck they're asking you to do because of how they are trying to motivate you. It's like the way that you're moving, it feels good to you. No, maybe you are being frugal, but it's not really frugality for you. For you, this is about saving. This is about being prepared for change so that you don't have to fear the change. For you, this is not hoarding or being greedy. You know, it's like being stable, being practical, being reasonable. It's like common sense. You're trying to build something. You're trying to take care of something. Abundance, wealth, even generosity, it lives in your veins. Whoever I'm talking to, you literally are this King of Pentacles energy. They're literally my like philanthropist. I don't even, you have to look that word up. Humanitarian. You can kind of understand humanitarian. You can kind of understand the dynamics of this individual. Generosity, I was gonna even say like give to the needy, feed a family, like feed the neighborhood. Like you, there is something inside of you that just wants to be able to do and give to any and everybody, okay? Like literally, like it's one of maybe your deepest desires, one of your deepest desires, so much so that you may have done it when you really didn't have it to, and you actually should have been saving, and you should have been thinking about your own responsibilities instead of making your own personal responsibilities heavier. Like you made something more burdensome because you had such a generous heart, because you wanted to do for everybody, and that's all cool. But then you end up putting yourself in a position later where now things are a little rocky or unstable for you. And do you have any of these bosses that you can call up and say, hey, let me get this, or you got me? Or is anybody ever just checking in and doing this for you? I'm not saying you don't deserve it. What I'm saying is that some of this is like a wake-up call for you, because spirit is not sending these people through, and you're not even in the energy to receive them, because the people who are feeding off of you are actually putting you in a lower vibrational energy where you couldn't receive the phone call, the generosity, the help, even if you wanted to, because you're not being you. You're being who they want you to be, not who you want to be. So you're giving too much of yourself to another reality, not the reality that you're currently living in. Somebody only answers the fucking phone for the devil, but they're not answering the fucking phone for God. So there are two phones in this room, or whoever I'm talking to. There are two phones, because you could have been created strategically. You are a motherfucker. When I say this King of Pentacles, no, you were meant to reign. Literally, you were meant to bring in big bucks and physical reality. You were supposed to make it. Like, I don't care if you're the first one. You were supposed to be the millionaire billion. If you knew it already, okay, and I'm just gonna tell you this shit because nobody else is gonna say this to you. Nobody else is gonna say this to you, but you were meant to get this money. I can't even look you in the eye, whoever the fuck you are. You were supposed to have this money. You fucking knew this shit. Third eye in the root, you were standing on it. Throat chakra, something got to you before you did not, when you answered that call, you did answer the phone, but you did not speak up. You did not say what you wanted to say. You did not own that moment. And you gave way to fear or distraction or another thought. That was all that happened to you. But I'm getting this happens again and again and again, because it's trying to push you to stop answering that phone call. That this is your exit. Excuse me, the Truman Show. Do you know that door was up the steps? You got to ascend first. The door was up the steps. That is the door that you go through in order to exit the matrix into the life that you want to. You keep answering those phone calls. You keep going around trying to escape, driving in circles, doing this thing that the matrix has already created for you. There is always a pitfall. You can't get out. Somebody only wants to talk to the devil. They don't want to talk to God. Now, I don't know why, because whoever this person is, you move like fucking God, which is fucking crazy. It's, so you're God's son, but you must be the prodigal one. You're the prodigal one, okay? Period. You attract this abundance, you attract this wealth. You are this abundance, you are this wealth. But when the moment really comes for you to persevere, or for you to push through, or for you to fight and get to it, you give up. You give up. You squander it, or you let someone take advantage of you, or you let someone pretty much drain you of the resources that are supposed to get you where you're supposed to be. Now, some of you, this is playing out energetically, but whoever I'm talking to, for real, with the King of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles, you let this shit play out physically. You're probably a Mason, or you come from a line of Masons, Freemasons. They know how to be stable off very little, and they are very generous and kind, and they definitely do put forth, I have no idea, but I'm channeling, they definitely put first, like, the mother and the children, period. Okay, men are builders, men should work. But the woman is the structure for the children. She is the nurturing cord. She's the umbilical cord. She's the milk. She's the nourishment of. She's the creation of the family. This masculine is dominantly the creation of the stability. This is how they move. This is who they are. Okay. It's like creating a stable foundation for which the women and the children can live on or grow through. Like, it will go with you. These are men who can enter your life and leave your life, but the stability that they pass on to you, the pretty much, it's a blueprint. Opening up to you creates a blueprint for you to then be able to create the same way with this masculine or without this masculine. Um, they lead people to the sea. They teach people how to fish. They don't just feed them the fish. They teach people how to fish. So someone doesn't want to learn from you. You have a feminine energy, and this does not have to be a female. Hi, Merly Mel. Yeah, this does not have to be a female, but there is someone who carries a feminine energy that does not want to learn how to do what you do. They just want to be taken care of you, and that's it. That's it. We have a Hierophant in reverse. You have no loyalties here with this individual. You're you have your own personal beliefs. You're a free thinker. So I feel like you're taking a new approach now. You are standing in your power. You're just conquering yourself. You're conquering yourself. Someone, literally, okay. There's somebody does not want to be self-sufficient, even though you have literally turned on every light in their life. First, by being that for them when they could not be that for themselves. Then, by being that when you needed to, in order to shed a light for how this person could do it. And then you even try to facilitate it or help them with it. And then you did it again when this person could not do it for themselves. And then you did it in spite of this person, as like almost like an exiting strategy of literally from the bottom up. Like, there is no such thing as staying on the ground. Someone is deliberately and intentionally deciding to stay on the ground. Someone is deliberately and intentionally staying stagnant and stuck. Now, there's an illusion around this person. There's an illusion here that they're doing this because they're waiting for something, or that this is supposed to be this way, but that is not the truth. This person has a codependency, or they're trying to attach themselves, but they're trying to do it in some kind of, this is like the Ace of Swords, strategically. But it's unjust. And it could be causing confusion for someone. Someone's not understanding or able to see, why is this happening? I don't know what this is, y'all, but this is not going to work out. It's the Six of Wands in reverse. It's just not going to be good. Failure, lack of recognition, no rewards. This is not, this sitting on the floor and literally not doing anything, and not even standing up and listening to or taking the call that is coming toward you. Somebody is seeing you as someone like a protege. You're the one manager with no results. Somebody's store is being shut down. Somebody's table is being overturned. Something is coming crashing down. Something is ending. No. Failure, lack of recognition, no rewards, lack of achievement, fall from grace. This person is conceited. And they're going to be very disappointed. They have a certain sense of self that does it, like there's a sense of self that it's a complete fabricated lie. This is not who you are. Excuse me, ma'am, sir. This is not who you are. Somebody is not being their fucking truth. And it's almost as if they're like trying to use you to not be their truth. Like you're the reason that they're not their truth. No. They're not going to be able to do that. They're not going to be able to do that. So you may have had opposition or distraction toward getting towards some kind of goal here. Someone wanted you to feel despair. Okay, so there is a situation here where somebody cannot blame someone for something whatsoever. And then there's some victor here. There's a victor in this situation. That is like someone is the smoking gun. Someone is shedding a light. Someone literally conquered what this person said they could not. I'm staring at the King of Wands in the upright. Someone literally conquered. In the Hierophant in reverse, this is like the same exact situation here. Essentially, this person just gave up. They just decided to accept defeat. And as a result, they have a lack of self-confidence and a lack of motivation, and they feel overwhelmed. But it's because they were resistant to what would have been good for them. 11:11 on the clock. You accepted what was good for you. And you're reaping results. But you would have even gotten even further than you are. This person really created a blockage for you. But you're choosing not to focus on the negative. You really could have focused on how this person held you back, but you don't even speak about that. The Page of Wands, literally, with the star in reverse. You could have like put everything on the table about how this person has really slowed you the fuck down. And this is not just financially or physically or what. Yeah, but it is though. 5 of Pentacles. But also, like, your heart too, Queen of Cups. You know what? There's somebody you have been very generous or patient or kind with. And I mean, this person ain't learned shit. Haven't learned shit. This person hasn't learned shit. But you know why? Because you were the whole total package. Because you were that big deal. Because you really were her. You really were him. You were the person they were looking for. Financial loss, struggle, poverty, insecurity, isolation, recession, and unemployment is what you carried this person through multiple times. Femininity, genuine compassion, kindness, empathetic support, counseling, therapy, a listening ear, an umbrella to, under the rain. This is literally like emotional stability. You offered that to this person. You gave him real love. You gave this person real love. Total package. You need clothes, I'll clothe you. You need food, I'll feed you. You need shelter, I'll shelter you. You need a shoulder to cry on, I'll listen to you. You need a friend, I'll be a friend. You need a brother, you need a sister, you need a mother, you need a whatever you fucking need, I can be. I'll be these things for you. This is just how you move and how you moved with this person. And literally though, cycle after cycle and still no results. If this like man, they're gonna shut it down. What do you think this is? What do you think is gonna happen here? I don't know. This is changing. Whoever was sitting in the seat of authority over this situation has been dethroned. Somebody else is reigning. Okay, somebody else is taking over here. You got a new corporate office. They're shutting this shit down, or they're getting ready to revamp the whole entire structure. This could be your spirit guides. You got new spirit guides, new ancestors that are stepping through for you on this situation, because no, this is not how this is about to play out for you. This is not how this is going to play out for you. This is a grave injustice. The reason why is because this person literally haven't learned shit. Although they're stuck, they can't move on. They keep returning to trouble. They're running from their problems. They aren't healing. And then they want to be irrational, cold, abusive. They could be like verbally abusive or mentally abusive, like word curses. This person sends a lot of negativity your way. They try to control you or dictate through manipulation. You know what they're trying to do? They want to bring something back to something that is beautiful or good, but it's like they're trying to bring back this playful, innocent, carefree version of you without doing any of the work to prove themselves to you or to be somebody that's trustworthy, to be someone that you could actually just feel free to be that version of self with. You don't get that version of self if you don't fix it within yourself. Someone definitely wants something from you that they are not willing to give to you again and again and again. I like the way you worded that, and tried to steal my intellectual property. Exactly. That's what I'm getting here with the King of Swords and the Six of Swords in reverse. This is someone who definitely recognizes your mind, or they recognize some kind of clarity within you. Like I said, you could have offered this person a fucking blueprint, which you have seen it work very well for them. But when they resort back to, this person gets greedy and you literally have to starve them to death, and then it shows. It shows. It either shows in their physical health, or it shows in the way that their life is working for them or not working for them. And then this is somebody who kind of like reattaches to you again and again and again. For some of you, this is someone who tries to reattach their financial burdens or their physical burdens or their mental burdens or their emotional burdens. Whatever they've been stealing from you is what they keep running back in to get, but they don't never fucking have it for you. Not ever. The Queen of Cups. Okay, yeah, because you just keep refilling your cup over and over again. And it looks like the way you do it is through emotions. So you are very open to take those phone calls. You actually have that pure heart where you're always getting those calls and usually close enough to the phone to be able to be divinely inspired. And your your divine inspiration is typically what takes you out of struggle mode or poverty or any kind of financial insecurity or instability. It doesn't last long for you. Your cup is always being refilled because you keep going through these cycles, but you grow. You come back better every fucking time. Literally, this is someone who goes away and comes back, but there is growth here. But every time you come back around to this person, there's still that same like they're still doing the same exact goddamn thing that they were doing before. It's like they haven't learned anything. But it would even almost seem that everyone else around them continues to grow, which is why you know that this unhappiness, you're not enough, you're not doing enough, maybe you need to look at yourself. It's like finally looking in the mirror and you can't see whatever you were worried about, whatever your fear is, you can't see it anymore. Somebody has they have given you so much of fuckery that you cannot, like your intelligence cannot be fucked with anymore. Your vision cannot be fucked with anymore. Somebody is like literally your clarity, your vision, your mind is unfuckwittable because of this fuckwit. Battles and petty conflicts. This is a gossiping ass bitch. Oh, it's 2 5s. Why do you think, whoever the fuck this person, why do you think that you are impoverished? Because you are spiritually, mentally, morally impoverished. Your bank account stays bankrupt because you stay spiritually bankrupt. That's why. That's why. Nobody did this to you. You have literally did this to yourself, and then you literally reject everything that would be to your benefit. You are, oh my God, somebody is stubborn to the point of not even to help yourself. My 5-year-old does better than this shit that I'm looking at on this fucking table. Okay. Someone has successful employment coming out, because I can't anymore with this. I can't. These petty fucking grievances, these petty ass fucking people, they're gonna play those violins. They better keep playing those fucking violins. They better get out there on the corner somewhere in front of somebody's store and play those violins. But not with me. You better ask me to pump my gas, or you better open a fucking door for me, because ain't shit fucking free. You can play that violin all you want to. Unless you really playing some music. But I'm talking about, playing that little tiniest violin ever. Like, woe is me. But no, you get nothing for nothing. Especially who this person is. Because again and again and again, you think you're just going to move through life like this? This is what you plan to do. This is the plan. This is your plan. And then the blueprint that somebody offered to you, because like I said, there is that intellectual theft here. You mean to tell me that, Blue, you only saw it for a second? Just short term. Okay. So you can't do anything else though. And you don't even know how to reach out, or you don't even know how to access, or you can't even get that information again. Yeah, you ain't been doing shit. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Whoever's person ain't been doing shit. Six of Swords in reverse, still ain't learned shit. All right, anyway. Someone has good employment coming through. Someone has really good employment coming through. This could be more work. This could be a job that really fills your cups, or you're going to have a reason you're going to be very successful, but this is a reason to celebrate. So this could be something that you're working on that's going to yield results. If this doesn't have to do with employment, then this is something that you've been giving your focus and effort to is finally about to pay out for you. This person was, You had to, you needed to look at this person. You don't want to look at this person. I don't want to look at this person. I don't want to look at them. I don't want to look at them because you can't sell me on this. You can't sell me on this. And that's really like, it's too much of a grievance. It's too sad. It's like, you just want me to accept that this person that I know you can be, it's just dead and gone. That's just it. That's it. It's not coming back. Nothing. Just nothing. Oh, I can't look at that. That's how I personally feel. And I feel like you could feel that way too, because it just creates too many distortions in reality for you. This person is a walking lie. So they just conjure up more illusions, things that don't look like they can possibly be. This is someone you literally had to just let go of. You can't afford to give a fuck about them. Even giving a fuck about them and how they're choosing to be causes distress or instability for you. So you had to detach. You had to pull all your energy back. Are you fucking kidding me? So, but it was good for you because that's what you needed to do. And sometimes it's hard for you to do it, but if you can do it with this person, you can do it with anyone. You can do it with anything. You can always shift your attention. You can always call your power back. You will learn to detach. This is somebody that that was all you needed to learn to do, was to detach from. And they were going to force you to, because your life would literally shake. Things would not go right in your life until you detached. It's just crazy though, because yeah, literally it is hard to let go sometimes of things that really are not good for us, or things that disturb us. It's like you need to get to the bottom of it. But this was creating that curiosity that killed the cat. And yes, if you cure your curiosity, you always come back. But there are certain versions of self that you don't want to have to like keep coming back from. Like you don't want to lose that version of self. So some people, you literally just have to stop, like their rabbit hole, their portal that they open up for you. When they open up their doors or their arms, or they're like, come on in. No, thank you. I can't do that again. No, thank you. No, thank you. All right, so you're going to have, you have some kind of, you're going to be celebrating. There's something you've been working on and it's going to pay out for you. Generosity, share, wealth, giving and receiving, prosperity. You're getting ready to move right back into the same energy that you were in initially when you were able to be this generous person, or open up your doors, secure things, and really enjoy the money at the same time. Like you're working, yes, but you're also able to enjoy what you're reaping, your harvest. You're going to move back into that time period. Now it could be because this person is not going to be in your life. You won't feel like this person is burdening you anymore, or you've just learned to detach, and so you took your power back. And I mean, like, this person, you're gonna have to do something, baby. You're gonna have to look here, bro. Look here, sis. Okay, because I can't sit here and cry with you no more. I can't sit here and look at these 3 cups that have fallen out on the floor when I got this 2 of cups right here. Okay, I got this 2 of cups that I'm not giving no fucking attention to. I mean, come on now. Come on. You hear, you see them headlines? You hear that fucking crowd? Somebody is trying to own their moment. Someone's trying to. It's like you have to get out of my way. They're calling for me. Life is calling me. Someone is receiving a calling, and they're not. This is, I don't give a fuck. Ooh, this is the 4 of Swords in reverse and the 9 of Swords in reverse. This, I'm sorry, not 365 days of the year. This is all 12 zodiac signs. Plus the one we don't know about. 365 days of the year, somebody literally can no longer give a fuck. They're just meditating, contemplating, creating. This is something, the decision is already, something's already been ruled on. It's already come out, whatever the decision is, or whatever The moon in reverse. You know what I'm saying? The curtain's already, look, the show is over. The show's over. The show is over. Truman has already exited the building. You know what I'm saying? This is the curtain call here. But I mean, everything has already been, what are you looking for? What are you looking at? And what are you looking for? Everything's already been revealed. The moon is in reverse. What are you looking for? Because everything's already been revealed. Justice has already been declared. It's just like a matter of time. It's just timing. So sure, when you have to be, yeah, okay, and something that they're going forward towards, baby. Something that they're going forward towards, okay, is like everything, and it's budding, okay? It's like literally, it's like trying to hold back the sun. Are you fucking crazy? Life is about to get really lit, and like I would love to give a fuck about it or whatever it is that you are, but don't come crying to me. Don't come crying. You can't come crying to me. You can't come crying to me. Oh, you can't come crying to me because somebody been on a journey here. Pursuit of happiness. Somebody been on a journey here. That's that 8 of Cups. Ooh, because you had already built 8 cups up. You were already right there. It was just one more cup till you got to the 9. But something got so stressful or something happened there. Looks like somebody orchestrated this, and they orchestrated it to be a tower, a storm in your fucking life. And guess what? It fucking healed you. It fucking healed you. It sent you out into the wild or into the, ooh, somebody put you out there with the wolves and you fucking lead the pack. That's what I'm getting. You came back with the Queen of Swords. My God, what was this? An attack? This was a spiritual attack, a grievance against your soul, against your spirit, against your truth, against you, against your family, against your heart, against everything that you are with the Magician. Is that what this was? So do they really believe that they could come crying to you about anything? Did they? Do they? I sure hope not. Because guess what? You're going to send them up to Pac. You're going to send them up to Pac. Come on in. Devil is a lie. You're going to send them up to Pac. You're going to send them right out there. Don't worry. I know the wolves. I'll teach you how to blend in. I'll teach you how to get around them. Ask me anything. But whoever the fuck you think you're going to continue to be, no, motherfucker, not when you had to end me to try to become it. Have you lost? You've lost your mind. You've lost your heart. You lost your fucking soul. Dead. 10 swords in is what I'm seeing for whoever the fuck this is. No, you don't get to partake of this 9 of Cups energy. Have you lost your fucking mind? Death. It's death to your warfare because somebody really does not give a fuck. That's the new earth that you're moving into where they don't care. They don't care. Somebody was benefiting off the fact that you literally, like your disgust, your distrust, your uneasiness, your fear. Somebody benefited. They was fucking eating. This fucking vampire, this fucking snake, they're everything. All of the horror movies, this is that dragon you had to slay. This is the devil in your life. This is the devil in your life. This person manifests themselves to be the fucking devil in your life. The fucking devil in your life. So it was hard for you to give up and let go of the devil in your life. You needed to know that this person could not stop or block anything for you. And that's exactly what they help you to do. You're not afraid of the devil. You're not afraid of anything now. You're not afraid of the devil. You literally met the devil in 3D and they did try to destroy you. But whoopsie, what did they do? Hold on. What did they do here? Oh, they ended themselves? They ended their own ego? Okay. And then what do you have here? You have the Wheel of Fortune. Nice. So this is you getting everything that you were anticipating, everything that you had worked for. Oh, you mean just reaping, just picking up your check for the work that you put in? You mean being a good human being actually pays out? You mean doing what you felt called to do, what you were asked to do? You mean doing your fucking job pays you? Yes, the fuck it does, motherfucker. Being yourself, you mean that being your authenticity and following the blueprint that was given to you by divine right from God himself? himself? You mean following your calling and your path in life is going to lead to a cycle of luck, fortune, destiny, turning points, and decisive moments? Yes. And not being yourself ends up like that. Come on in, son. Did you slip in some energy that's not yours? Because I've been talking about everything out here. You know, we already did that this morning, and then we got right back around where you said you were sorry. So I suggest you not go back in there again. Don't do it. So this person, this is what they're thinking about doing. That's why I said like a child. I tell my son all the time, it's all right, you're still learning. But I be talking to grown folks. But it's good that we work through this energy, because you don't want to continue to do the same thing again and again. It's going to continue to not work out for you. But whoever the person is that I'm talking about, this is what they're intending to do. They kind of just want to continue to do. They're not intending on changing a goddamn thing. And I feel like you need to know that. I feel like you may already know that. We have the Empress. This is that divine feminine, divine masculine. Okay, you're in your divine energy, but you're in a receiving mode energy. Give me 1 second. Because there's an illusion here that you are able to see through. I'm going to be right with you. Yes. Yeah, I know you sorry now, because you know that he heard me get real patient. Yes. I will be there in a minute. Is it your game that you're crying over? No. Okay. Well, then I'll be there in a second, okay? All right, thank you. So you're in receiving mode. You're in receiving mode, and I feel like you've been at a standstill, and during that time period you had time to heal and also see through an illusion. There was an illusion trying to be cast over this new reality that you were bringing into fruition. Actually, this is a rebirth. So I do feel like there's a version of you that is dead and gone, but definitely this was you exiting a cycle. Okay, so it's maybe just a version of yourself that you were when you were connected to that past cycle or that past individual, but that's not who you intend to be. That was not your authenticity. It's who life called you to be, to survive something. But you're not staying in survival mode. You don't stay in survival. Why would you stay in survival mode? So yeah, you slayed the dragon. What the fuck do you mean? You slayed the dragon, so now it's everything. Now everything is up. Are you kidding? So there's something that you've accomplished in your life, and it is going to be just as bright as you thought it would be. In fact, you've already created it. It's already a part of your reality now. It's already playing out. You just need to not resist the change. And especially if this individual, because they're going through some emotional issues, don't let that push you into fear. Okay, that would be to repeat a negative pattern. And that's the only thing that they could hope to do, is to just sow a little seed of doubt on you, okay, that you're not going to make it there. But I can't see how you're not going to reap what it is that you are calling for. This success that you want in your life, you will have this successful and abundant life. Why? Because you did the hard work. You put in the work. It's yours. You put in the work. So yeah. All right, you guys. Yeah, I know, you know what I'm saying, at these jobs we don't always get what the fuck we're due in physical life, but when you are doing what you are supposed to do, like according to your soul or your heart, that's spirit, that's cosmic law, that's universal law, that's above the physical law. Do you think that your maker is not going to make sure and see that you get what the fuck you work for? Yeah, somebody need to faith it more. Okay, so that's what I got for you guys. That's your reading. I enjoyed the live, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'm in love with your souls. Peace.